Okay, basically right now, I first called the court.
Oh.
Yeah, I called the court because I don't want us to be running around stressful and don't get anything done. You know, we need to really know what's going on, and we must, what we must do, right?
Yeah.
So I called the courthouse again. I said, yesterday I called, and the court told me that a warrant of possession, a judgment of possession means the owner wants to take back the room is already awarded to the owner. In my absence, without a lawyer's representation, I said it's not correct in this country, right? It's not allowed to make a judgment on someone who never was notified to go to the court with no lawyer.
Yeah.
And you cannot make a judgment against someone, right? I said second, number two, the entire case was total harassment. Because I am not the tenant. I have a non-profit organization who pays for the rent. So the real tenant is the Whole Elephant Institute, right?
Yeah.
Like you lease to me, I wrote down it's the Whole Elephant Institute, and the check will be, from the Whole Elephant Institute, or the cash is from the Whole Elephant Institute. So when they try to evict the Whole Elephant Institute office, they have to serve the Whole Elephant Institute the paper. As we notice on the website that if they want to sue the Whole Elephant Institute, they need to first send the paper, legal documents to the state of secretary, right? They need to serve the state of secretary to initiate legal action. But they put me down as a tenant. I said that's why that case needs to be dismissed. It doesn't exist. So at this point, everything is wrong, but then they try to take back the office. And they also now use illegal means on May 28th to fake that their 80-year-old daughter was committing suicide, which is not true. And that false accusation caused me right now, problems. Big problems and the big humiliation, big sufferings, and then our Whole Elephant Institute office now cannot operate for a whole month. I said I even don't dare to go back to the office to stay. I only go back to very quickly get something, and your support to do it. So I told her, and she said, yeah, you're right. She said, let me check. She looked into the system. She said, but you have a lawyer. She said, you have a lawyer. I said, who? She said, Attorney Ning. I said, but Attorney Ning, he was trying to represent me. But the tenant is not me. That's why I dismissed Attorney Ning, because I don't need him to be my attorney. He's supposed to be the attorney for the Whole Elephant Institute, but he refused to be the attorney for the Whole Elephant Institute. He said, I have nothing to do with the Whole Elephant Institute. I only support you because you support me to do the research project. So I only stand up for you. Now, if this is a Whole Elephant Institute case, I'm not doing anything, right? So I said, that's fine, because the reality is that it's not I don't like you, you're great, but the reality is that the tenant is the Whole Elephant Institute, not me.
Yeah,
That's why you no longer can defend me, because I'm not the tenant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he said, okay, I quit. I said, good, you quit. So that's why you and me went to do the show cause that day, right? We told the court the truth. Why the attorney is quitting, why now I am wanting the court to shut down the case, correct? And if they want to evict the Whole Elephant Institute, they have to start fresh and do the correct thing, correct? We did the show cause, right?
Yeah.
After we did the show cause, remember I went back. The court asked me to go back to now, proceed with show cause. So we went back to the court, remember?
Yeah.
We almost spent a day over there.
Yeah,
I went over there.
1 week.
1 week, back and forth. So I went over there, and then the court said, sorry, the tenant's attorney didn't show up.
Yeah.
So I was there, but the tenant's attorney didn't show up.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say, let's try another date. So they gave me another date.
Mm.
When they have another date, when I try to go back, remember that day I was not feeling good.
Yeah.
You know, after we went to Lucy's party, I was having sore throat the whole day. So I called the court. I said, today I cannot make it. I have sore throat. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't go back. Then I never heard anything back from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now suddenly a judgment is already made. You know, and then they do such an illegal thing. And I told Attorney Ning, I said, Attorney Ning, it's not I want trouble. I never want any trouble, but they put me into all kinds of troubles. And they didn't end it. They even now causing me, I probably face about $5,000 of bill for ambulance and the medical thing. And then they make the police handcuff me and make the police go against the law. You know, and then make the Jewish Long Island Jewish Medical Center treat me as a patient. And then Jensen called in, says that I was a patient and I am a patient and still taking medication. Totally lie. So all these illegal activities, can I just leave it alone and walk away and run? I cannot do that. Do you know what I mean? I have to go back to the court, tell the court the truth and dismiss the case and then say no to the illegal eviction. Correct? I told the staff member in the court, she said, you're right. You have to, you know, take care of it. So she directed me to the courthouse attorney team who are responsible to advise people like me and you who don't know legal rights, but they will tell the tenants legal rights so that you know what's the right thing to do next. So I'm waiting for the phone call back from the court because I left a message and told them very carefully about what I just told you. Because she said, even if you come to do show cause, you don't know what to do, what to do about because you already did show cause. Right now you also have attorney, you know. So your attorney is supposed to take care of it. Because the attorney didn't quit still at this point. You know, in the system. But then I called back to Attorney Ning. I said, Attorney Ning, you cannot just quit without the court approval. Right now, the court didn't approve you to quit. So you are still listed as my attorney, right? So I said, now since you legally are my attorney, now you can truly represent me. Why? Because now I'm subjected to harassment and discrimination. And I'm facing $5,000 or more bill, medical bill. I'm not paying for it. He said, no, don't pay for it. Let them pay. You know? So that's what he told me. At least I got that in recording. Okay? And he said, let them pay. Don't pay. Don't do anything, he said. Okay? All right, so I'm not doing anything. That's what the attorney tells me, you know. He's my attorney. He claimed to be my attorney, right? But he did say that. I only know Dr. Tongwen Wang. He said, I don't know you. I know Dr. Tongwen Wang. I only work for Dr. Tongwen Wang. He said that. So that's good. Why? Because Dr. Tongwen Wang is the founder. Dr. Tongwen Wang is the target of what they persecute. Dr. Tongwen Wang is the person that the Chinese government is afraid. Do you know what I mean? I said, good, that's perfect. Okay? So you continue to be Dr. Tongwen Wang's attorney. You know what I mean? So he is willing to be Dr. Tongwen Wang's attorney and do things free of charge. With one condition, that Dr. Tongwen Wang must help him to research on the medicine that he believes can save many, many people's life during COVID. I support that. Do you know what I mean? I should support that. And I have Dr. Tongwen Wang inside of me. Although I'm not Dr. Tongwen Wang, but Dr. Tongwen Wang is inside of me. You know what I mean? So I have the ability to do the research, right? So right now he told me he already signed the lease, Manhattan lease yesterday for Dr. Wang. So today he said, come to pick up the key. It's all set. He said, so we should go pick up the car and pick up the key, and then we should check out the location of Manhattan to see how big it is, how we can arrange relocation. efforts. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then Attorney Ning also promised me, he said, they cannot prevent you from entering the house to get everything you need to get. Nobody can stop you from doing that. He said, I will make sure about that. I said, good. That's all I need to make sure at this point.
Mm.
He said, if you want to sue the tenant, the landlord, their discrimination and harassment,
Yeah.
he said, I have no time for it. He said, you must find a new attorney to do it. I will talk to Mr. Herman. Find a new attorney to sue. Or their illegal activities. Because do you know why I need to do that? This is our business meeting. I'm recording it.